Hello everybody, welcome to the Stephen Williams Show once more, where we discuss problems that has to do with finance and we try to find solutions. So today I want to talk to you as promised about life insurance and insurance in general, but especially the emphasis is on life insurance. Now, why is it important for you to have life insurance? And I'm a former insurance sales representative, or they call us financial advisor or insurance advisor. And you may be asking the question, is insurance necessary? And I'm going to answer you that question today. Now, I don't know about you, but I have come across situations where you have tragedy in a family, the untimely passing of someone, the untimely death of someone in the family. And that family was not quite prepared for such an event. But as you and I know, life is filled with tragedy, and it just happens out of the blues. Take for instance, at the time of doing this video, we hear about the duck boat tragedy in Missouri in the United States, where an entire family of 9 out of the 17 had lost their life. One young lady, she was able to swim to save her life. She lost husband and 3 kids, and that was just a devastating tragedy. So apart from that tragedy that you have to deal with, now you're gonna have to find the money to bury these people. And the question is, where are you going to get the money from to bury these people if it was all on your shoulder, like in this case, this young lady? If this young lady had life insurance, or not she, but her entire family was covered with life insurance, then life would be a little easier on her pocket. So not only are you in distress, but your pocket becomes distressed when you lose somebody to death. And so it is vitally necessary to have life insurance, because that helped to cushion some of the effects of this tragedy. So is it important to have life insurance? Absolutely. One of the worst things that you can do to your family is when a tragedy strikes, like in any family or your family or whatever family, is for people to go around maybe to the community, to family, to friends, and asking or begging money, or going on Facebook, or going on YouTube, or going on Instagram, social media, to try to beg money to bury your loved one. That's not dignity. That's not dignified. That's not giving your loved one a dignified burial, right, or funeral service. So it is very necessary to have this backup, because most of us cannot find that money to bury somebody, or if it cannot, it doesn't have to be just a burial. As you and I know, the food we're eating these days are killing us. The air that we're breathing are killing us. You don't have to smoke to get lung cancer. You don't have to be involved in drinking alcohol to get cirrhosis of the liver. You just need to be a living human being that's breathing. And yes, the reality that we face today is that the air is polluted, the food that we're eating, the genetically modified food, is killing us and causing people to die of cancer. I mean, I have lost so many friends and seen so many funerals, and majority of them is cancer that took their lives. So cancer is very prevalent. When you have a life insurance that covers you for cancer, heart attack, stroke, death in the event of an accident or natural death, and you can have an insurance company writing you a check, trust me, that makes a whole lot of difference. So I am encouraging you to live responsibly. Take out some life insurance on yourself. Take out some on your wife. Take out some on your husband. If your kids are qualified, take out some on them. Whatever, an older folk that you're taking care of, a grandmother, and you can get life insurance, get it, because people do die. Yeah, in this life there are tragedies and people die of all kind of causes, natural causes, sicknesses, etc., accident, and so on. So it's very important to have some life insurance to prevent yours. It's better to be paying a little every month, and when a tragedy strikes, you get a lump sum of money, than for you to just act as if we're living in a world that we're going to last forever. Nothing will happen. It will always happen to the neighbor next door or to somebody down the road. It will never happen to you and your family until tragedy strike, and then you realize that none of us are immune from tragedies. And so it's very important to have some life insurance. If you drive a car, it's important to have auto insurance. If you have a house, you need to have some house insurance. What if that house, God forbid, burned down? What if there's a disaster, an earthquake, something, and wipe your house off, a tornado, and wipe your house off the map? Where are you going to get the money to replace that house? So it is very important for you to think about having some insurance on your life, your kids, your family, etc., etc. And I'm sure you will have a little more peace of mind, and you can leave your family with dignity. If you pass on, they have the money to bury you, and maybe something leave over to pay off the house or pay down on the house, send the kids to school, continue to take care. Sometimes it's the breadwinner that dies. And when that happens, the family is left in a quandary, and these kids and this wife or this husband is now left to fend for themselves. Not a good plan to leave yourself open to these elements. So it's always good to cover yourself. And might I just take this opportunity to say, not just life insurance, it is not just life insurance that we need. Remember, we are sinners. We need the life insurance that God has to offer, which is Jesus Christ. Yes, I had to inject that in because, as I say, life is filled with tragedy. There is something beyond this life, and we need to acknowledge it. So whether you're a Christian or you're an atheist, think about doing something that is worthwhile. I know some of you may not like that God part, but I cannot leave God out of my life because to me there is no option. Alright, so thank you everybody for listening, and I hope that what I've said, you will take some action. See to it that your family is covered, see to it that you are covered, and you will put your financial house in order. Thank you again, and we will talk next time. Bye bye.